Hi everyone, welcome to Inside and Out Yoga and Meditation, where every day we help you reach your highest potential inside and out. I'm Emily and I'll be your yoga instructor. Get ready today for a quick full practice that's going to clear our mind of the worry that I know plagues me every day. Maybe it plagues you every day. Grab 2 blocks or 2 water bottles or 2 shoe boxes, anything that will help you balance a little better. Let's get going. All right, everyone, come into whatever comfortable seat you choose. We are going to meet in a cross-legged position eventually, but if that's not where you want to be right now, then that's okay. Whenever you come to your seat, just gently arrive, maybe placing the hands on the thighs. I'll offer the palms facing the sky today. If you're feeling a little scatterbrained though, definitely have those palms touching the thighs. And just bring your eyes to a close gently or soften the gaze. Start to deepen the breath and just arrive in the moment. We're here now. We're not planning what we're going to do later. We're not worrying about what's happened before we've come to our mat. We're here. Just be with your breath. If you happen to watch Colin's meditation video already before this, from this week, you'll know that we are both using the same quote or poem to center our classes around. And that poem is from A Walk in the Wood, Meditations on Mindfulness with a Bear Named Pooh by Dr. Joseph Parent and Nancy Parent. It is one of our favorite books. I have used it before in our practices, and we will probably use it again. Life is like a dream, and also like a stream, off in thoughts or in a hurry, cloudy mind so full of worry, waking now and simply here, peaceful mind is calm and clear. There's a lot in there, right? And we are going to try to use movement to achieve that peaceful mind. We're going to really move like a stream, move like water to try to release some worry that's maybe being held. We're going to move a little faster, build a little fire to really get that confidence that we need in order to do that. And just like a stream and a dream, your yoga practice is different every time. And just like a dream and a stream, we can learn things from those differences, right? So let's embrace them in releasing our worry and building some confidence and clearing the mind, right? That's a lot to try to achieve for one practice. So don't expect anything of yourself, right? Just like you don't expect anything from a dream or a stream, because every day it's going to be different. You'll never know what you'll dream at night, right? Again, that's a lot for one practice, so we'll just see where we end up, right? And we'll start our practice with one nice deep cleansing breath. Inhaling deeply through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Maybe some sound comes out. Flutter the eyes open if they were closed. And if you're not in a comfortable cross-legged position, come here now. You can sit on a block if you need, or a pillow to bring the hips a little higher up to the ground, whatever's comfortable for you. Find those hands back on the thighs and start to make some circles with the torso. You can even really get the neck into it, the shoulders, just the whole upper body, Really finding some juicy movement here. Whichever way you started the circles, reverse it. Going in the opposite direction. Maybe starting to think about linking the breath with the movement. Right? Inhaling when our heart comes forward. Exhaling when it kind of curves in. Find stillness in the center, letting the circles go. Keep the palms where they are. And we'll find cat-cow spine. So inhaling, really opening up the heart, maybe lifting the gaze. And exhaling, rounding through the spine, rounding through the shoulders, maybe finding the tailbone beneath you. Inhaling, drawing the shoulders back. And exhaling, coming inward, tucking the chin. We'll let that go as well. Just, starting to wake up that center where our confidence lies. Bring the left hand to the right thigh. Tent the right fingertips behind you and gently twist. It doesn't need to be anything crazy or intense. And let it go, coming back to center. And switching the twist, right hand to left thigh, left fingertips tent behind you. Maybe you look over the left shoulder. Finding a gentle twist. Take a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, let it go. Transition over to a nice wide-legged child's pose. So knees come as wide as your mat, toes touch. Send the hips to the heels and walk that torso forward, arms out nice and long, letting the neck go. Forehead coming to the mat. Really feeling that openness in the hips, in the side body from the stretch in the arms, even in maybe the low back a little bit as well. Really find a relationship with your breath here while we're in stillness, and try to bring it along with you for the rest of the practice. Gently lift the head, look forward, and slide forward onto the belly, bringing the legs out long, tops of the toes touching the earth, hands planted on either side of the ribs, elbows drawing in. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. Tuck the toes, plant the palms, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. You can take that movement any way you choose. Maybe you move through tabletop. Pedal out through the feet here, bending one knee and then the other. Drawing the shoulder blades down the back, away from the ears, dropping the head. Finding stillness. Inhale, right leg rises. Bend that knee so the heel kisses the butt and open the knee out to the side. Opening up that hip, stacking it above the left hip, but the shoulders stay squared to the front of your mat. Extend the leg, point the toes towards the mat, bringing the hips back to parallel. And step that foot between the palms, low lunge. On an inhale, step the left foot wide and come to sit in a squat. Maybe hands come to heart center, elbows kiss the knees. It is still early in the practice, so pushing the knees apart might be a little too intense. So you can just, maybe narrow the elbows so you don't have to really widen those hips too much. Bring the hands to the ground and let it go, lifting the knees, straightening the legs, and folding forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. You can have a bend in the knees here. And slowly roll up to stand, letting the head be the last thing to rise. Tadasana, mountain pose. Sweeping the arms overhead, inhaling and exhaling, folding forward. Planting the palms, step the right foot back and step the left foot back. You're in a quick plank and lower all the way to the earth, untucking the toes. Inhaling, lifting the heart, baby cobra. Tuck those toes. Maybe you move through tabletop and lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Establish your dog, establish your breath. Inhale, left leg rises. Kick that heel to your butt and open the knee out to the side, stacking the hips. Let the leg go long and point the toes to the ground, paralleling the hips once again. And step that left foot wide for a wide-legged low lunge. Right foot steps up to meet the left. You land in your yogi squat, malasana. You can even play with narrowing the knees and pushing them apart. And narrowing them and pushing them apart, right? Have some playtime in your poses. Keeping the spine nice and long wherever you're choosing to keep your knees. Bring the palms down and straighten the legs and fold. Maybe you bring your feet in a little close together. Maybe you keep them wide. That's your choice. Really ground through the feet and roll up slowly. Meeting in a Tadasana mountain pose. Start to pick up the pace a little bit to really get out of our heads. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Maybe palms come to touch. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Step the right foot back. Plant the palms. Left foot steps to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Roll forward to a plank pose. You can stick with lowering all the way or lower halfway through bent elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip the feet. Straighten the arms. Upward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes to sky. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, low lunge. Inhale, left foot steps up to meet right. Halfway lift, spine nice and long. And exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rise, arms sweep overhead. Maybe the hands come to touch. And exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, left foot steps back. Plant the palms. Step the right foot back. Low lunge. Downward facing dog. Roll forward to that plank pose. Lower half or all the way. Flip the feet. Inhale, open the heart. Up dog. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it forward between the palms. Low lunge. Inhale, right foot steps to meet left. Halfway lift, spine nice and long. And exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rise all the way. Sweep the arms overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right foot steps back. Low lunge. Plant the palms, left foot steps back, this time to plank pose, lowering half or all the way. Flip the feet, up dog or baby cobra. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Step, jump, or hop to the top of the mat and fold. Bend through the knees and slowly rise. Arms sweep overhead, inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Left foot steps back, low lunge. Plant the palms, right foot steps to meet left, plank pose, lower half or all the way. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. And exhale the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step, jump, or hop to the top of the mat, and fold when you arrive. Plant the feet, bend the knees, and slowly rise, sweeping the arms overhead. A nice deep inhale. And exhale, sit back to your chair pose, Utkatasana. Knees forward, weights in the heels, hips back. The hands can come to either your hips or framing the ears, whatever's better for your shoulders. Maybe sitting a little lower in your chair, building up that fire of confidence, right? And exhale, let it go. Folding forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift to prepare. Plant the palms and step, jump, or hop back through your chaturanga through bent elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. We'll find a moment of stillness here, a moment of breath. Because we can't calm the mind, we can't find that peace without the breath. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, low lunge. Spin the left heel down, left arm guides you up and open, warrior two. Really bending through that right knee, rooting down through the outer edge of the left foot, looking over the right fingertips, finding a long spine. Flip the right palm, bring it up and back, peaceful warrior. Keep the bend in the right knee. Right forearm meets right thigh, extended side angle pose. Left arm comes over the left ear. Maybe you look under the left armpit. Breathing here. Inhale, sweep the right arm up and back. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down for a low lunge. Maybe this is a time where you grab your blocks. On the highest setting, if you have a water bottle, this is like the perfect height. And if you have a shoebox, just bring it to its highest height, just as you would a block. Shift the weight into the right foot and come up off of that left. Maybe bring your blocks a step forward for supported warrior three. If this is feeling good, maybe you come up to the fingertips on your block. Keep a long spine here, right? Try to lift out of that right hip. For me, that is actually the hardest part of this pose, is trying to lift out of the hip. But we can do it. Take some work. Gently bend through the right knee and step the left foot back, sweeping the right arm up and back. Peaceful warrior, letting it go. Cartwheel the hands down to frame that right foot. Plant the palms and step back and move through your flow. Whatever it looks like for you, you can skip it all together. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it forward between the palms, low lunge. Spin that back heel down, right arm guides us up and open. Warrior two. Feeling the activation in the core to even lift us out of our hips in this pose. Drawing that left hip crease back. Flip the left palm, bring it up and back. Peaceful warrior. Bring the left forearm to the left thigh. Extended side angle pose. Keeping a nice, generous bend in that left knee. Continuing to draw that left hip crease back. Ground down through the outer edge of the back foot. Sweep the left arm up and back. Once again, peaceful warrior, opening up that side body. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot. Low lunge. Grab for your blocks once again. Trying a nice supported warrior three on the left side. Really rooting down through that left big toe. Even before you start to move, fire up your core, right? And we'll step forward and lift off from the back foot, supported warrior 3. Make sure your right toes are facing the ground. Maybe the gaze is even a little ahead of the blocks in front of you. Being sure not to crunch the neck. Nice long spine. Gently bend the left knee and step back. Open up the arms. Warrior 2. Sweep that left arm up and back. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot and step back to a plank pose, lowering half or all the way. Inhaling up dog or baby cobra. Bringing the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. You're always free to skip that or take a child's pose. Let's build. Inhale, right leg comes to sky. Exhale, step it forward between the palms. Back heel spins down. Left arm guides us up and open. Warrior 2. Right, even though our practices are different every time, in a single practice when we do these repetitive poses, it helps build that confidence. It helps clear the mind because we know what's coming. So trust yourself. Flip the right palm, bring it up and back. Peaceful warrior. Bring the right hand down, extended side angle pose. You can have the forearm on the thigh again, or you can try reaching for a block on the inside of the leg, or try bringing the palm to the earth. Experiment. Whatever feels good here. Really drawing that right hip crease back. Sweeping the right arm up and back. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheeling the hands down to frame the front foot. Low lunge. Reach for your blocks and step forward and up. Supported warrior 3. Again, experiment. See what it's like to maybe lift off from the blocks. Your torso will come a little higher. Maybe you sweep the arms back behind you. Maybe you fall, and that's okay. You might wobble, really root down through that right big toe. If you still are on the blocks, really plant down through the right arm. Lift the left arm to sky and start to stack the hips so the toes face the left side of your mat. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Shoulders are stacked. Right now, instead of facing the ground, our heart is open to the left side. It's a difficult transition, and you can do it. I know you can. Gently bend through that right leg. Step the left foot down, parallel the feet, and land in a nice high squat or a goddess pose. Hands can come to heart center. Breathing here. Finding your power, releasing that worry. Open up the arms, bring the left toes to point to the left and the right toes to point to the front of the mat. Warrior 2. Sweep that right palm up and back. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down and move through your flow or skip it all together. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, raise the left leg to sky. Exhale, step it forward between the palms. Spin that right heel down. Right arm guides you up and open. Warrior 2. Nice bend in that left knee. Looking forward, looking over the left fingertips. Looking towards that clear mind. Flip the left palm, bring it up and back. Peaceful warrior. Maybe your gaze follows your left hand. Bring the left hand down to the ground or to your thigh, whatever variation you took on the other side, extended side angle pose. See how it feels. And never be afraid to use blocks. Blocks are your best friend. Left arm comes up and back. Peaceful warrior, using the strength of that left leg.
Cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot. Low lunge, spinning the back heel up. Reach for your blocks. Step up into that left leg, supported warrior 3. Nice long spine. If you're choosing to come up off of the blocks, maybe take a bend in that left leg, right, for some extra support. And see what it's like to come up. Even if you just let your fingertips hover off the block for a moment and come back down, experiment, right? See what that extra fire feels like. Maybe it feels good, maybe it feels bad, and that's okay. Reach down to plant your left palm on the block. Stack the hips, raise the right arm. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. You can keep that slight bend in the left leg. Really push an invisible wall away with the right foot. And draw that right shoulder down the back. Take a bend in that left knee. And gently step the right foot down, paralleling the feet and landing in a goddess squat. Really tucking the pelvis under you, but make sure that doesn't lead you to round through your spine. Still nice tall spine, but don't stick your booty out. Right, tuck it underneath you. Open up to the front of your mat, bend through the left knee, warrior 2. Flip the left palm, bring it up and back, peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands down and move through your flow or skip it all together. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. When you arrive in your dog, take a moment of stillness right after all that movement. Reconnect with the breath if you've lost it. I know it's kind of like the wind, right? It's hard to catch sometimes. When you're ready, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, and step, jump, or hop to the top of the mat and fold when you get there. Really root down through the feet, bend through the knees, and rise up. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sitting back into the heels. Root down through the left foot. Pick up that right heel and bring the right knee in for a hug, rising nice and tall. I'm going to step back. You stay where you are. Left hand stays on right knee. Right arm opens up to the back of the mat, finding a twist here. Keeping the hips exactly where they are. Maybe finding a little bend in that left leg. If you'd like a little bit of a challenge, reach down for the outer edge of that right foot, the pinky toe side. Maybe you wobble and see what it's like to extend that left leg, or right leg rather, out nice and long, creating this beautiful line from your right fingertips to your right toe. Again, if this causes you to round in the spine, just keep with the knee. We want to keep a nice long spine here. Sweep the right arm up, keep the right leg lifted. Left arm comes up, bend the left knee, and let the right ankle rest on top of the left knee, finding a little bit of a figure 4 chair here. Hands can come to heart center, and maybe you sit deeper, finding a stretch in the outer or the bottom of the right hip. Sitting as low as you'd like. Step the right foot down and let it go. Folding forward. Should feel nice. Wiggle the toes a little bit. Bend through the knees and slowly rise back up to stand. This time bringing the weight in the right foot. Kick the left heel with the left, kick the left butt with the left heel and grab for the left foot, finding a stretch. Shift the hold on your left foot to be on the big toe side and kick back for a dancer's pose, Shiva Nataraj. You can let the right arm come out long in front of you and only kick the foot back as much as it will allow. Don't push that hip flexor. Let the leg go out long, finding your warrior three. Maybe hands come to heart center or winging behind you. Bend through that right leg, gently step back and shift the weight, bending through the left leg. Right toes come to the sky, high skandasana. Hands can come to heart center. Shifting the weight, coming to a low lunge, bending the right knee, top of the mat. Plant the palms, step the right foot to meet the left, and move through your flow. Our last flow of the practice. You can skip it if you'd like. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes to sky. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Sweep the arms up and rise to your chair pose. Say hi to Pancake, our little kitty friend. Shift the weight into the right foot. Bring the left knee in for a hug. Again, I'm just going to step back. You stay where you are. Right hand stays on left knee. And open up that left palm to the back of the mat. Rooting down through that right big toe. It's your friend, that big toe. Really firing up through the core. Maybe you reach down for the pinky toe side of the left foot and extend that left leg long. Maybe you see what it's like to look behind you. Maybe that caused you to lose your balance, and that's okay. It's causing me to lose mine. Rebend through that left leg. Sweep the left arm forward. Right arm comes up, keeping the left leg risen. Bend the right leg. Hook that left ankle on top of the right knee. And start to sit in your figure four. Hands come to heart center. Really sending the hips back here. I like to keep the left foot nice and flexed. Breathe here. Step the left foot down and fold forward, letting it all go. Slowly roll up to rise. Weight coming into the left foot. Kicking the right heel back behind you. Lining your knees up so they kiss. Feeling that stretch in the front quad. Finding your hand to be on the big toe side. Kick the leg back and let that be what tips you forward. Left arm comes forward for balance. Shiva Nataraj. Finding that core fire here as well. Finding the breath. Let the right leg go out long. Parallel the hips. Warrior three. Right toes face the ground. Nice long spine. Gently step back, bend through the right leg, straighten through the left. Left toes point to the sky. High skandasana. Come forward to a low lunge, hands framing the left foot. Plant the palms, step the left foot back to meet the right, and lower all the way to the earth and flipping onto your back. Finding a little more rest here. Hopefully it feels good. Bringing the feet to the earth, knees to the sky, backs nice and flat. Maybe this is a time where you bring the eyes to a close and bring the knees in for a hug. Maybe you rock side to side, massaging the low back. Reach down on the inside of the legs to grab the pinky toe side of the feet. And kick the legs up just a little bit so there's a nice 90-degree bend, happy baby pose. You can keep the rock back and forth. Just giving some more love to those hips. Keep the neck nice and relaxed. Bring the feet in, bring the knees in, and come to roll up to a seat. You can rock and roll if that feels good. Doesn't always feel good on my spine though, so I just come right up. Bring the feet to kiss. Knees can come out nice and wide. And you can bring the feet in as far as they'll come, or you can have them wide so your legs make a diamond shape. We're going to be folding forward, and you want your hips to stay on the ground and your knees to be as close to the ground as possible. You can put 2 blocks or maybe even 2 pillows beneath your knees to help that. But just kind of experiment, bring them in closer or bring your feet in closer and fold. See how that feels. Bring your feet wider and fold. See how that feels. Whatever you choose. Folding forward. Finding a nice long spine here. Tucking the chin maybe. Closing the eyes. Breathing. And slowly rolling back up. Letting the legs go out long. And come back down to lie on your back. Letting the legs fall where they may. Letting the arms fall where they may. If the eyes aren't already closed, bring them there now. Find Shavasana. Letting the practice go. I'm going to stop talking for just a moment so you can have some time with yourself, but trust that I'm still here, and we will end class together. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana longer, please do so. There's no rush from me. If you're ready, start to deepen the breath, letting any last bit of tension go in the jaw and the forehead. Gently step one foot in and then the other, and rolling onto the side of your choice. Using the opposite palm to press up to a seat, maybe keeping the eyes closed. Just using my voice as a guide. There'll be nothing you need to watch. Staying with your breath. Life is like a dream, and also like a stream. Off in thoughts or in a hurry, a cloudy mind so full of worry. Waking now and simply here, peaceful mind is calm and clear. Every time we come to our mat and
find the moments of the here and the now, connecting with the breath, finding peace in the mind, is a moment that we can try to remember when we're not on our mats, and find more peace in the everyday when we're riding that stream, when you don't know what's going to happen next. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.